Good evening and welcome to the show. It's the modern ultimate men's guide. It's men's team off. It's a Tuesday episode. It's the 27th of January, 2015. And hey, January is coming to an end. How has your year been so far? I hope it's been good. I know everybody goes about January being the longest month and all that. But then it's coming to an end. And I hope the smiles are coming back on your faces. It's the last week, so I'm sure this week something will happen to you, all right? All right, my name is Mike Messikeno, and as usual, I have regular guys on the show with me today. Hey, guys. Come on, say hi to them.
So today we decided to do something a bit different.
Yeah.
Between Mike and Omar. So,
yeah,
so a lot of viewers will be surprised that.
Let's try to change.
Mike is usually
the position and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. Can I say I'm Mike, half of Mike? Exactly. Well, you know my name.
No part of you is Mike.
Omar the first.
Yep.
Et donc, bonsoir et bienvenue à l'émission. Ce soir, ça va être impec. Restez là-bas où vous êtes.
And I remain Olamide. I mean, it's going to be an exciting show because we've got a bumper ride, right, Mike?
Exactly. Great show, great day, a lot of things happening around and all of that. Okay, it's Tuesday and all of that, and we'll get to the end of the month. How do you guys feel? Finally, the most dreaded month of the year is coming to an end.
Yes. I see opportunities. Remember, a few episodes back, I said I was going to open the January Bank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the January Bank, when you can come and then get your loans. And I make my money.
All of that.
Yeah.
Talking about money, we'll have that on What's Cooking. We'll talk about the value of the naira. It's really affecting a number of stuff, man. I'm shocked myself personally.
For all the businessmen.
Yeah.
Actually, January I can say, is getting better for my side.
Okay. All right. I don't know. We have a plan. We're going to visit somewhere. So watch out for us somewhere around. We'll be dropping some pics on the ground and you'll be taking your pic. All right. Okay. It's a great show we have in store for you on the day. Sit back, relax, don't blink, and we will be back with you in a moment.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? My name is Eva Alode.
I go by the name E to the F-A-F-R.
This your boy, Ikwade, Mr. Dura.
God bless in the building, and you're watching.
Keep watching. RT TV, keep on watching.
You can now watch R2TV online at royalrootstv.com and on your smartphones by downloading the R2TV app for Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile from the respective app stores. Apps for iOS devices coming soon. R2TV, entertainment at its best, entertainment everywhere.
I am whatever you say I am, and that's why sometimes I think I'm from Mars. I believe in the cosmos. I'm exciting, I'm fun, and swanky.
We've got the family glued and entertained. Come everybody through the sun and rain. We've got the family glued and entertained. Come everybody through the sun and rain. We'll be there. R2TV.
Welcome back, and as you know, this is Men's Team Up, the modern ultimate guide, and definitely today is Tuesday, and we got a lot for you. So much is cooking around the world, and definitely we're going to be talking about those things cooking around. just have a drink, stay relaxed, and enjoy, because it's gonna be very, very interesting. Guys, what's cooking on the right now?
I think I feel like one rap artist. Hey, man.
Sounding like
sit
Lottie
back
Duddy.
and
We like to
relax,
party.
you know.
We don't cause trouble. We don't bother
What's that?
nobody.
Seriously, man.
No, let's talk what's
We're
going
just
on.
partying up in here.
So many things are cooking.
There's so many, there's so many things.
But
I like
just,
how it always comes out.
just a quick.
Seriously,
We should actually have a cooking competition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I know who's going to win anyways. But
The DI,
between the three of us.
something.
we have a cooking
Yeah, really, we should make. If we could make Men's Team Up more interactive, we get to do stuff, some days, and
We'll cook on set.
Seriously, it will make sense,
I'm good in doing a spaghetti. Very fantastic.
Spaghetti
Oh
bolognese.
my goodness. How do you know that? That's the thing. That's a Francais.
All right. Apologies. Sorry, I shouldn't have raised that. Let's move on.
I always envy guys that know how to cook.
Bolognese.
I really don't know how to cook. Now, there's a friend of mine, if this guy should cook, we always used to have him in school then.
Okay.
And your wife is a baby making machine. She doesn't need to. If she does anyhow, he say, God, I can cook. I will cook better than you. Because the guy could cook, he can cook
that's
better
good.
than almost any lady I know. Guy can cook very well.
No, my spaghetti.
So for the sake of what we're talking about, I'm just going to pretend like I can cook. So yeah, for us that we can.
No,
cook.
you don't need to know.
But going on to today's first story, we all know who Kris Jenner is. Kris Jenner happens to be Kim Kardashian's mom.
Okay.
And she's 59 right now.
She's 59.
And she was spotted in France, Paris to be precise. Wearing a see-through dress, so to say.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of noise on the internet.
Yeah.
People saying, is she trying to compete with her daughter?
But the thing is that
Some days earlier, her daughter came out with almost the same thing, and it's interesting. I saw the picture. I don't think it's a big deal. She's just trying to be fashionable. A lot of people say, no, she's a grandmother. She should dress like a grandmother.
Like a
I think she
grandmother.
looks good for her age, by the way.
Well, it's interesting or disgusting, I don't know, but I know whichever the way.
If
it
my wife,
depends
at
how you say
59,
it.
at 59, if my wife should look like that, I'll be very happy.
I mean, like,
I'll be
Okay,
very
no,
happy.
she's beautiful.
Because the point is, okay, now you said something dressed like a grandmother. You get to a particular. In fact, ladies now don't even have to get to 59. In Africa here, a lady gets married and she doesn't make up as much as she used to make up before she got the husband.
Yeah.
She doesn't dress seductively again. She gets back, she starts tying wrapper in the house.
It's
and all of
anyhow.
that.
Sometimes you don't even bath early
No,
time.
but actually, you're right.
They start getting ready to go somewhere before they bath. All kind of crazy stuff, man.
So the point is,
They lose it.
we always say the same thing we say about relationships and marriages.
Yeah.
We say if you continue doing those things you did before you got to the lady,
Yeah.
and the lady continues doing those things that she did that made the guy want to go
Yeah,
after her,
exactly.
we would have longer marriages and more interesting marriages.
Yeah. But it's money does those things anyway. This lady is damn rich, so
yeah,
you can try to wear anything she
she's quite
wants.
beautiful for her age.
For her age, she
Yeah.
is.
And still on beautiful women.
And
You
she
all
is.
know Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
She's been in the modeling world for like 3 decades now.
In fact,
She's exactly 44 years right now.
I grew up
and
Oh my God, oh my God.
and she was a part of a recent fashion show in the same Paris too. And then she came out with a stunning lingerie, and at 44 she could actually compete with even the younger models.
The younger models.
And it inspires me because it shows that you can actually focus and be whatever you want to be at whatever age.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's nice to see that Naomi Campbell still got a body,
Yeah.
a shape, and it's great stuff.
So I used to, I grew up hearing the name Naomi Campbell, and then when I hear the name on all over Naomi Campbell, I always she was this beautiful lady, black and beautiful lady, and I always used to have I wouldn't say she was a crush, but then I used to always admire her. Like, look, man, this lady, tall, beautiful lady who's always looking so nice, and then at 44 to look that nice. But the point you were trying to make is that, look, man, African ladies or whatever, look, always try to keep looking the way you carried yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think it's more of a mental block than physical stuff.
Yeah, but guys, another thing to know too is that we have not seen her live. We saw it on the camera as a picture. And you know, there is some tricks sometime on
Omar,
these,
it's not.
well,
it was on a runway show.
you know what I'm talking
Well,
about?
I
Okay,
agree.
You know,
I agree.
sometimes
I
they
agree
look-
that yes.
Yeah, pictures
Pictures
also do
can
some
enhance.
magic a little bit.
With
I
modern
agree.
day
So,
technology,
because
photoshopping and
I
all
agree.
that.
Pictures
Yeah.
can enhance,
We're
but then
talking about someone going on
I've
the
dated a
runway.
picture before, and when I saw the live, and I was thinking,
Yeah.
it's a normal thing. Yes, we do know.
Yeah,
but then before even Chris Jenner and Naomi Campbell, now these are personalities we see on TV almost every other day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we see them on TV, and yes, we know even with TV cameras there is still. But then we see them at different times. They are in reality
And they're still
shows,
able to look
and they
good
still
enough.
look good,
so-
even without
know,
makeup and all
when
of
you look
that.
at
So
Omar, how do you think you're going to look like when you're 59?
as young as like this,
Okay, so you need to work on.
I'm very sure because
I'm going to
don't do
work
bad
on it.
things,
I'm
you know.
inspired. And then still on women, Nigerian footballer Joseph Yobo's
Yes.
wife, Adaeze Yobo, who used to be the most beautiful girl in Nigeria,
Okay.
recently put out on Twitter and also on Instagram saying, "Oh, this is the gender of my child." They're pregnant, by the
Yeah,
way.
okay.
Yes, and you know it's a trend. It's a boy, by the way,
Okay.
for you guys out there. Now it's a trend that is ongoing, where parents, after about 18 to 20 weeks,
Yeah.
you know, find out the
sex
gender
of
their
the child.
and
Yeah,
then
the gender.
they share it with their friends.
Yeah.
For me, it's a nice thing. I don't think it's a big deal. Even though a lot of people find it uncomfortable, they feel, okay, if you've got that kind of information, you should hold it to yourself. Well, I mean, come
Well,
on.
it's a trend actually for the comfortable because there are so many people out there who cannot even think of that. You know, going to hospitals. I can say 60% of Nigerians cannot afford that check-in. So, you know.
Honestly speaking,
Oh, yes.
it
You go to
doesn't
some-
cost that much.
It doesn't
You
cost
don't
that
even-
much.
It
What do
doesn't
you think
cost
of
you.
it?
Doesn't
It
cost you even 5,000 naira.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
It's
I
possible.
mean,
you know, when you look at it,
Okay.
yeah, you know, it's the same way when, if you really take an in-depth study, you know, the X chromosomes and the Y chromosomes, when you have to do with children, and all of that. You know, there are different times of the month where you copulate,
Yeah.
and you can work towards having a male or a female
Yeah, yeah.
child. It's a lot of stuff that you can do with science now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that is
That-
if you are actually an elite. You
Yeah,
know what's
yes,
up
if you are-
because,
yes.
you know,
Yes,
talking
that's
of
quite
some,
true. That's quite
villages
true.
around the world.
But
around
the,
That's
Nigeria,
quite true.
the thing
You
that
know.
makes this a story
Yeah.
is it okay to put it out there for the whole world to know?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Or social
mean, so-
media now makes everything okay.
So
social
you
media
will do
has
that?
Put what?
The gender of your
gender of my
unborn
child.
child?
Try to know
out.
them.
Well, let's get to the bridge and we'll cross it.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
depends.
What about
because
you?
Now you're talking about the
well.
lady herself. It's not just about me.
Yeah.
The lady, you know, and then, so I
We'll
might
decide
not,
together.
yes, I might not want to make a decision for her before
Okay.
the
Yeah.
time. I need to
Yeah.
give. So let's say it's up to, it's
The two
not
of
a
us.
problem.
Okay.
But it
Yeah.
depends on what stage you are at that particular time in life.
Exactly, yeah.
And all that. So
That's
social
it.
media has made a lot of things very...
Because sometimes it doesn't matter whether it's a boy or a girl. Some people don't actually
Yeah,
care.
it really doesn't matter.
Some people don't
It's-
matter,
It's
don't
a
care.
child. A
So-
child is a child.
A child is a child, so
Exactly.
they don't
And
really want to know. So
you know, even
whatever
the same,
comes, that's
the same.
it.
I
But when
also
religion issue sometimes comes in, it's okay, no big deal.
I also feel the same way, and the same thing also when you see there are people that are married and decided not to have children, and I think it's not a problem. It's okay. Yes, in the
in
society
Africa?
that we live in, I forget this all African thing. Look, the point is this. Let's be clear about stuff.
Yeah.
As much as we are Africans, the point is we are not the benchmark when it comes to
Exactly.
when it comes to the best things of life.
You know what,
If we want to
Mike-
hold on, if we want to aspire to be, you have countries in this world where you have 0.5% crime rate. You know what that means?
That's close to none.
You're looking at
Nothing.
Sweden. You're looking at Ireland.
Swaziland,
So, you understand?
Switzerland, exactly.
You understand? You're looking at countries
There's
that
no
have,
military in Switzerland. You know?
You're looking at countries that
They don't have
have
military.
less than a 0.2% unemployment rate. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My point is, look, yes, we are Africans, but you see, there is a lot we can learn from the Western world. And if we really put these things to practice, we want to aspire to be where they are.
But see,
Because you're looking at us, I'm coming, I would learn and then I'll let you continue. You look at us as, if you look at our land, if you look at what we have, we are the most blessed when it comes to what we have naturally. Do you understand? But these guys don't virtually have anything, but they've made good use of their brain.
Anyways, there's still more on what's cooking, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Time out.
We've got the family brewed and entertained. Come everybody through the sun and rain. We've got the family brewed and entertained. Come everybody through the sun and rain. We'll be there. R2TV.
All right, welcome back. Now, Omar had something to say. We're still on the issue of Africanism. Omar is the quintessential African, so he has something to say about that.
What I was trying to say is this, when you say copy the West, sometimes we try to actually emulate them, but we do it the wrong way.
Okay, I'm just going to say something quickly.
Because
Omar, you're wearing a jacket,
Exactly.
you're wearing a lovely pair of shoes, you're wearing black
nice pants.
Yeah.
Where do you think it all came
No, I'm
from?
talking about the generality of Africans. Do you understand?
You see,
From
we're selective
politicians-
people in Africa.
Yeah,
we like
no.
to say things,
Exactly,
and then
and-
we look
and
for
then we
things
look
that
for things
favor
back
us.
that favor
Come
us.
on, Omar.
No,
Come on.
why is it
I think the
West,
only African thing on you right now is probably what you
What you're wearing on your head. And if we look
I'm
at it,
telling
it should
you,
be
so
Saudi
whenever you
Arabian or
say
something.
African,
It might not
there's
even be
African
fully
that I'm
African.
like, okay, what's Omar talking about?
No, not that. I mean, we cannot follow the Western world in everything. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't think.
Omar,
I think the
some
world
of the
is
things
bigger than that right
If
now.
we turn, I don't know if you see his earlobe.
Yeah.
Omar is wearing an earring. Do you know how many African parents would bash you for
No,
that?
but we used to wear earrings in Africa. They don't know African history.
But that's what I'm saying. But exactly the point. But now it is something that is regarded as Western. It is not regarded as originally
Well,
African.
it depends.
You know.
Where the
It
earring
is not
come from.
regarded as
No, it
originally
depends.
African.
It depends.
Okay, but before we get
Yeah.
carried away with this,
But what, see, my point,
So-
I'm
so-
quite interested in this one.
yeah,
We're not getting
so-
carried away. But my point is that as much as I agree that yes, we have our own heritage to protect.
exactly.
Well, I'm saying that look, when you see something good, you can aspire to something good.
exactly,
We aspire to
exactly.
make this continent better. That's what
Yes.
we're doing here. That's what we're
we
young
should
Africans.
not use the average man's
benchmark or mentality to
we should
try to
think beyond. Oh, we're Africans, so we should be black. Or we're Africans, so we should do things this way.
No,
Anything that's
we can do the
progressive
good
should be
thing.
progressive.
Exactly.
And we keep growing because 100 or 200 years ago, or 300 years ago, 400 years ago, an African man would probably have his, normal attire,
Normal
native
attire,
one, but we don't do it anymore.
we don't
So
do
we've
it
moved
anymore.
on.
They're in the villages somehow.
Yes, definitely in the villages. That's why they're not here and all of that. But then, really, we want to use our brains more. We're saying that look, the future of Africa is bright. We have all we need here, So let's strive together, push forward to make Africa a better place. Right? Okay, now this. For those of you that always beef us when I want to talk sports, look, it is men's team off. Yes, we want the ladies to watch into the show, but then there are only very few
What's been
men.
beefing this thing?
No, there are only very few men that
Yeah.
ever steam off and don't talk about football.
Who have been beefing?
No, we have a number of people on social
beef
media
us
and all of
because
that.
of
And be
that.
like, okay, you guys have come again with football, for sports, football. Come
Are you
on, bear with us. Eh? All right, so Omar,
Yeah.
let's not go into Arsenal now. They've bought people and all that. News is always flying around.
Yeah.
But then it's the Nations Cup. Okay, before we go into Nations Cup, we've actually always go. The Asian Cup is holding, and we're at the final stage. Australia beat UAE 2-0 and South Korea. So Australia versus South Korea. I don't know if any of you for the final. I don't know if any of you saw
South Korea versus what?
versus Australia.
Okay.
For the Asian Cup finals. I don't know if any of you saw, have you seen Tim Cahill's goal, the one he scored in the semi-finals?
Yeah, I saw
The bicycle kick.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tim
man.
Cahill is one of the most consistent footballers.
Yeah, I
I've
didn't
seen
see
You remember
in
his goal at the World
years.
Cup?
Yeah.
The volley at the
Yeah.
World
And
Cup.
he
had
scores
one of the
amazing
best-
goals all
he
the
scored
time, so-
amazing goals. He had
Great
this goal.
player.
I saw the replay of the goal. My, oh my, it was something else. It's
Crazy.
been quite long I saw a bicycle kick.
Yeah.
We used to call it, then when we were much younger, we used to call it Shangalo or
Exactly.
something, But then it was a beautiful goal. The ball came in and then he
Yeah.
took, but then it's Australia against South Korea. Your predictions?
Well, I wish Australia wins that match. Yeah.
What are your predictions? What do you expect?
I'll go for Australia
go
because
for
I
Australia.
know the Australian team better.
Better. Okay, you know them better. But there's something about the South Koreans. I remember when they hosted the World Cup, how far they went.
Yeah.
They did very well
They did
during
very
that.
well,
When they
exactly.
hosted that World Cup.
Well, that was then.
Yeah, that was then.
2002, right?
Yes, that was 2002, exactly. South Korea, Japan, 2002. So let's expect, so it's Australia up against South Korea.
But you know the FA
at
Cup
Asians
also,
Cup.
big teams are out. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
All the big teams, Chelsea was beaten home 4-2 and all that.
It was a very terrible
knocked out
weekend.
and,
Yeah,
It was a very terrible
we
weekend.
also have Chelsea playing Liverpool this evening.
Yeah. So it's the second leg,
Yeah.
of the Capital One.
It's happening at Stamford Bridge tonight.
Yes, it's the second leg of the Capital
So
One.
what team are you rooting for?
Oh, well, Liverpool beat them.
What about you, Mike?
Well, the point is, it's quite close to call. Chelsea, after that match, the match against Bradford was a very terrible loss for Chelsea. Chelsea,
Middlesbrough.
no, Middlesbrough was Man City.
Oh,
It was
okay,
Bradford
okay.
against Chelsea.
Okay,
Now
okay.
Chelsea, they were 2 up ahead, and then 4-2 down. and all of that. So well, when you look at it and all of that, and then you put it all together, and then you're thinking about it, and you're saying, okay, look, Liverpool, Chelsea, and man, it's something that, and all of that. Yes, we know the scores, of course. We will get to the African Nations Cup, but then we're still on, like we said over the weekend, Man City lost. Yeah. Man City lost, Chelsea lost, and then Tottenham lost. Exactly. Terrible. So Arsenal is up against Middlesbrough.
Yes.
Middlesbrough took
at
out
home,
Man City
at Emirates. So.
Okay, and then Arsenal almost lost. Against Brighton.
No, not almost. They joked with them at the end. You know, they were playing with them at the end.
They were scared. It was scared.
Something, yeah. You know.
It was scared.
They almost Nations Cup. I think good things are happening.
Yes,
right
good things are happening. It's a very tight group. The group that has. We always knew that group was a group of death.
Yeah. And they're all currently playing right now.
Yeah. Yes,
Algeria is currently leading. A goal over Senegal.
Over Senegal, yes, they're leading over Senegal. And South Africa is leading Ghana. Leading Ghana now. And then the point is that before this round of matches, South Africa was the last place team. Algeria was third. Yeah. It was 4-3-3-1. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So now it's possible that the two bottom teams at the end of the second round will be the ones to qualify because they are the ones leading now at present. And if a country is like this, those two
For me, I really don't. I don't like what's going on. It's the lowest scoring nations
cup ever. 0-0s, 1-1s everywhere.
It's just a boring Nations Cup. I'm sorry. It's boring. Honestly, I'm not interested in it.
Very boring. The final group match, is when you look at that final group, the group that has Ivory Coast, all of them after 2 rounds of matches, they are all on the same points, all on the same goal difference.
And Ivory Coast is going to be playing Cameroon and Mali against Guinea. That's going to be tight anyway, so that's enough of football.
Okay, right? That's so much we can take on what's cooking. When we get back, it's hot stuff, real talk. Now, it's still love versus infatuation. Now we're putting a little twist to it this time. Now, how do you differentiate between love and infatuation? We want to get our comments directed. All right? Okay, so when we get back, the phone lines will be open. I'll give you the phone numbers. Also on social media, you can hit us up. Let's get talking. It's love versus infatuation when we get back. Hi, I love sports. Oh! This is where you get the best, the greatest, like Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, on R2 TV.
Yes, people, you are welcome to the show. This is like, seriously? I have something for you again. Wizkid has released a picture of himself and his son, Ayo Jr.
Is it cute? When exactly did you start this?
I started dating at 11, yo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But now there's a question of 16 being the new 18. So the question now is, when is the right age to?
Oh, okay.
What? Like seriously? But chill, you could check out my bars the way I drop it. When I'm on the top, you know I'm never gonna fall. Alright, I'm about to go in on the freestyle, cause it's DT.
On a flight back from ABJ to Lagos, and there's this girl I met like on the same flight. Disrespectful to me, I took it personal. I'm like, it's cool. Okay. And my expression was very, straight. Next thing I was gonna turn to talk to her, and she just grabbed me and kissed me on the plane.
Hello everybody, my name is Adam Korea.
Bears Be Easy, we are in the building.
And you're watching
R2
TV. Don't go anywhere, stay there.
Entertainment at its best.
hope you're enjoying the show. Well, this is the area I love the most. Well, today we're talking about infatuation and love. A very serious subject. We have it last week, which was that Friday.
Yes,
and we didn't
talked
complete it,
about
but
Friday.
today we're going to talk about it again. So, guys, Mr. Numbers and Twitter, can you tell them a little bit about the numbers and Twitter?
Okay, yeah, you can follow us on. You can get your comments on social media. On Twitter, it's R2_TV. On Facebook, it's R2TV. Instagram, also R2TV. I'll give you the numbers when the phone lines get open. But then, okay, so it's how do you recognize love?
Yes, what's the difference
What's the
between
difference?
love and infatuation?
He always, Mama always feels that people have different
understanding
of love.
Definitions of love.
Yes.
I think it's quite universal. When you say you hate somebody, you understand what hate means.
Okay.
There's some
You
basic
can't-
things that
there's
come
some things
along
that
with
are
that.
basic.
Yeah.
Do
But
you
you
understand?
know, some people, when they fall in love, they get sick.
That's
I've
not
seen
love.
situations like that.
So when you fall in love, you get
They call
what?
it
You
love.
get sick.
No, the
How does that-
emotion, you know,
I'm
carry
thinking
them.
of how does that,
Oh,
how does that get into
serious.
what we're saying? Okay, well, okay.
Someone told me that
No
when you
problem.
get
Okay,
love,
yes.
he get some hurt body. He feel. I said, how do you know when you are in love? He said, oh, my body will be shaking. I'll sweat. I said, oh, that's why you understand.
Okay, if there's something we identified from last time we talked about this,
Yeah.
is that infatuation is physical.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's
And love
physical
is
because...
emotional.
No. Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. What are you talking about?
What are you really talking about, man?
He just took me off guard.
Just
and I'm
allow him,
like,
allow him continue what he wants to say, man.
okay, let me take a page from what you just said. Love is emotional. But, you know, we all identify that it's a process, and it starts with what you see first, especially for men.
Yeah.
You know, you can't say you love someone without getting to know the person. It's like meeting the beautiful Kim K, for instance, now. And, you know, you just find out that you guys are not compatible. You can't say because of how she looks like you love her.
Yeah.
And that's where those differences come in.
Yeah.
You love people for their imperfection. You like people for their personality. You understand? You understand?
Okay.
So the point is, we're looking at where we said
Yeah.
love versus infatuation, and then you say infatuation now.
Okay.
It's been understood that, look, infatuation is really sexually based. You know, it's more physical. You know, when you look at it, when you say infatuation, you're thinking of getting the person in bed. Most of the time when you have to talk about infatuation. Love has to do more than just the physical feeling or trying to, your genes or trying to, you know, reduce the gene to something. Infatuation, as I was checking out something, I think it was Magazine Men or something, and they spoke about love and infatuation. And look, very simple, when you infatuate about somebody, you just want to
It's a
relieve
sexual
some,
thing.
yes, you just want to relieve some sexual tension.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Well,
And
exactly.
sorry, I'm going to cut you again.
Yeah.
Reason being this. Remember the story of Omar getting on the bus and following a lady down to it?
Yeah.
Down to where she was
Exactly.
going to. That's a very good example of infatuation. Because you follow a total stranger based on appearance.
And you really
Yeah.
feel, and that's a point I have against
No, exactly.
love that's a point I have against love at first sight.
Yeah.
No,
You can't
no, that's
love.
you're attracted. You're
Hold
trying
on
to
now,
build
let me get
up
done.
something.
Let me calm
Do
down.
you understand?
Why I
trying to
say
build up something.
I have something against love at first sight is that how can you love something you don't know?
Exactly.
You most probably, like you said, it was at first sight. You saw a big ass or you saw big boobs, and you say that's love.
No,
If
see-
the ass,
Wait a
you
minute.
understand,
Wait
or
a
the boobs were in there,
No.
you know, will that attraction that you talk about, will it be
a
there?
minute. Guy, infatuation is also when you get down with a person. It's not only seeing the person get attracted and follow the person. You are trying to create friendship from which you will develop maybe to love. You understand? So that's not infatuation. I don't believe.
Okay, I think what we can do
I don't
right
believe
now
that one.
is define love in our own words,
Yes.
and then define infatuation.
Exactly.
And then let's identify the things that would align with those things.
You know, you get attracted by something. If you love boobs, you see her say, oh damn, this is my type, this is my kind of babe. You love big ass now, you say, okay, this is my style.
Is that love at first sight?
No,
or
no, it's not
infatuation?
love yet. But I mean, that's draw your attention.
okay.
And what you do now, you follow up. Okay? If you go down with her the same day, you know, then
Same day.
maybe we can say
That's
somehow,
totally unacceptable.
Yeah, we can
That's
say,
an
okay,
unacceptable definition.
what if you start liking her and you follow up? You're still, you know, going to end it somewhere in love.
That's really
understand?
unacceptable. Okay, let's get your comments. The numbers are 08091222228, 3009122284, 08091222285, and 00912222886. Also 0804 0000283, 0814 On Facebook, it's R2TV. Instagram, R2TV also. On Twitter, R2_TV. Let's get your point. Okay, now it's definitions. Let's get your definition. What do you think is love and what do you think is infatuation? Omar said, if you get down with her, the same thing is infatuation. Amen.
No.
Okay, so if you wait for 2 days, it's not love.
No, listen, no.
It takes two to actually get down.
There is love at first sight. You understand? But then, nothing is happening.
Okay, you've defined what
Do you understand?
infatuation
Nothing is happening.
Can you
And you keep
define what
moving.
love is?
Okay, by your own
Everybody have his
definition.
own way of understanding.
That's what
Your
you're
own
asking for
words.
your own. Asking for your own.
Well, you know, for me, love have grades.
Okay.
I may love 10%, 15%, 20%.
Let's start with 20%. Omar's
Once I
20%
see
love.
you and I realize that, okay, your attitude, I love it. You know, your way of life, a lot of stuff, I like it.
Okay.
Then maybe I say, okay, well, I think we can cope. Then I follow up 1, 2, 3 days, and there's so many things we have in common. Then love keep
Okay,
moving.
How long does it take you to love someone?
Keep moving. It can take a week or a month or a year. It depends how fast you get to know the person. You understand?
Okay.
No, seriously. So
I feel your definitions are quite inconsistent because why do I say so?
No, but seriously.
Why do I say so? I feel number one thing we understand about love is the first characteristic we want to say about love is the unconditionality of love. When I mean unconditionality, I mean, okay, you're trying to say that, look, without conditions, look, the person doesn't have, like I said, okay, someone once met his wife. A lot of people have met themselves on social media. And then the guy says, the first time I saw her, I knew she was my wife. Why? His reason is very simple, because she was the most beautiful woman I'd seen on social media. And I asked the question, if she came home, like you made mention about photographs, where we're talking about what's cooking.
Yeah.
If she came home, and then you find out that her skin is not as fresh
She was
as it
photoshopped.
looks on social media, on Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah.
Or
Would you still be attracted
yes,
to her? Yeah.
or her anteriors are sagging much more than you expected.
Jesus Christ.
Would you still have those kind of feelings you
yeah,
had
but
for
I have
her?
not said that. It's not coming from me. You understand? Although I've loved the picture before, and I found it was not what I saw. But then, you see,
And then
love
what
at
happened?
first sight,
What happened?
love and infatuation, they are three
Let me just
three
tell
different
you.
things
Let me just
altogether.
tell you what my own definition of infatuation is.
You
Infatuation is selfish. It's a simple thing. It's a selfish attraction, because yes, it's a simple definition. Because at that point in time, what you're trying to satisfy is your own personal needs, your own personal wants, and your own personal fancy. You really don't care what the second person, the person you're attracted to feels, because at that point in time, you're physically attracted, you're drawn close, everything that you're doing makes sense only to you.
Yeah.
So it's
But
a selfish thing.
What if you tell her this and she...
But you know,
fall in
love is different, because love is a process, a giving process. You give yourself, you become vulnerable when
It
you
must
love
start
someone.
from infatuation.
No.
What
does it start?
That's
No.
not. No,
I don't
that's
agree with you on
impossible.
that.
Well, how do you
That's
start
impossible.
love?
You don't start.
You
don't start.
What do you start?
by
knowing the person.
a lot of people that
you
are,
appreciate the person.
A lot of people that are married today
I don't get it.
probably did not know at that point when they met their wives or
Exactly.
their husbands
That person was going
the
to be
person.
their husband.
You understand?
Fact.
And it's
grew over
a
time.
innocent friendship.
Exactly.
You know, it starts with oh, okay, I like this person probably because of how he or she talks or how he or she looks.
No, that one is not infatuation.
That's not infatuation.
Infatuation is not attraction.
It's not.
Let's get that
it's
clear.
Different.
There are two very different things. It's not attraction.
Yeah,
That you're
it's
attracted to somebody
different.
doesn't mean you're infatuated about the person. You're infatuated when he said the most important characteristic of being infatuated is selfishness. Because you're thinking about yourself. You're thinking about maybe taking out your, like I said, your sexual tension on somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's the major thing. When you're infatuated about somebody, you are selfish.
Guys,
When we're talking about love, you are selfless. Like you said,
Exactly.
you become vulnerable.
How do you call this? you see a girl, you say, okay, I have the money to help this girl to go to school. She's beautiful, she's coming from a poor family. You say, okay, maybe if I do this, she'll become one of the most beautiful girls in this area. You have the financial strength to do something for her. And you say, okay, babe, come over. You love her by her looks, but you also have intention to help her. What is that?
But you said something there that was a bit funny. The bottom line is, you said if you help her, she has the potential to be the most beautiful girl in this area.
But
what that means is it's not love anymore, because you're trying to shape and mold this person into what you think
want. And that's what
she should be. That's selfish.
You are doing it for yourself.
In that case, 98% or even 99% of the guys are selfish, because definitely you must appreciate something.
It's about, there's something you have to understand. Intrinsically, the human being, Homo sapiens, is selfish.
Okay, so
yes.
Intrinsically. What I'm saying that genetically we are wired to think about ourselves first. You understand? When you come out as a baby, you are, from even the point you're small and you're growing up, you're thinking about, before you think about, it's when you learn things about caring for other people or sharing. Your parents have to teach you.
Exactly.
You understand? But then when you see food, you think about, I want to eat. You don't think about the other person. You have to learn to share. So yes, everybody generally at the beginning point, genetically we are configured to be selfish genetically. But then that's the point where you have to learn to start loving. Love means being selfless. Exactly. Letting go of yourself, being vulnerable.
So, you know what? We're confusing the people somewhere around that, because you see, one thing is for sure, you must see a girl and you love her for something, or you like her for something. It must start somewhere. So that first attraction, there should be something. You cannot go and talk to a girl who is walking with one eye, one leg. Not that he will do that.
You see, that's the point. You see, don't mistake. You use three synonyms at the same time to describe one thing, which I think is a misnomer.
You're gonna like the person.
No, hold on. You said you either love or like or you're attracted. Using those three words are not synonyms. They don't flow. They are not. You can't use one in place of the other. Love is different from like, which is very different from attraction. I mean, you can get attracted to somebody and not even like the person. True. Of course, definitely you can like somebody without even thinking of loving the person. But you cannot, we don't want it to go.
But when you get attracted, you definitely want to continue to.
That's the point. That's the point. Yes, you get attracted. So
you want to
attraction and love are two entirely different things.
But when
you can get attracted at first sight.
That draws your attention actually to move on, propose. And when you propose, if it works for you, how do you call that?
Wait,
he's almost selfish.
Let's take some few steps back.
Yes.
What we're here to do today is very simple. It's love versus infatuation. And we're trying to identify which is which. You understand? Which is which. How do you know the difference between both? Now, we've identified what love is. We've identified what infatuation is in different words.
In different ways.
But the thing is, there's simple steps to it.
Like I say, infatuation is leading the race right now.
I don't want to agree with you.
I was still expecting your calls. The numbers are 0809 1222228 0809 1222284 0809 1222285 0809 1222286 also 0814 0000283 0814 0000284. Social media handles, Twitter, R2_TV, Facebook, R2TV, Instagram, also R2TV. Let's get your take. If you cannot join or call in live on the show on social media, come on, get your thoughts. We'll read out some comments we do. If you post up your comments on social media, let's get your take. Infatuation and love, how do you differentiate between them? Where do you know that this is infatuation and this is love? Do you think infatuation grows into love? You understand? Like Omar is saying that infatuation grows into love. And I think it's an issue. Yeah. Okay, go on.
I personally, I met somebody, and it was, let's say, madness in the beginning. I went crazy. Oh my God, this is what I'm looking for. And also on her own side, this is the kind of guy I'm looking for. So, bam, the two of us start pulling it. Before we realize it, we're in a serious relationship. Serious one, we get up to, like, say, 6 years. So it started from attraction, infatuation, how you call it. So it can start from somewhere.
You see, like I always say, some synonyms being used here are aberrations. Infatuation and attraction are actually
not the same. I know infatuation is totally different, but the thing is, you must be infatuated before.
I can actually be attracted to your girlfriend.
Yes.
you understand? I can actually be attracted to your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Attraction is it's actually admiration, really. Do you understand? I can actually be attracted. Attraction, okay, she's a beautiful girl, or maybe there's this quality about her. She can cook, and I like this.
But you know,
about
every
her.
man, when you say beautiful girl,
I like what you just said. I like what you said, and I'm just going to say.
You have a thought.
I'm going to do this little example quickly.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj, attracted or not?
To me, no.
Mike?
On a normal day, I would say yes, but maybe because I'm thinking about what is in my mind now. I'm thinking about the enhancement surgeries. That's what would make me say no.
Okay, let's move on from
maybe that's
her.
the reason.
Okay, now I'm going to call another lady, Agbani Darego.
Nah.
No.
I don't like skinny
Okay,
girls.
great. Now,
okay, I'm not really attracted to skinny girls.
Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian.
Oh.
Kim Kardashian.
Well, can you call Beyonce something like that?
Wait, it's a game. I'm doing this intentionally. Kim Kardashian.
Why do you call all these ladies, man?
Hold on.
I'm thinking of the sex tape. No.
You know.
Okay, wait.
Why calling all
The
these
reason I
ladies,
mentioned all those names are those are women that universally around the world right now are seen, are deemed as the most beautiful and most attractive women. Now, what I'm trying to do, this little exercise, is to emphasize on the fact that infatuation and love are two separate things entirely. The same. You mentioned some things earlier, and that was the point. For instance, I called Agbana Darego. She was one time most beautiful woman in the world. She's slender. She's a model. She's got a tiny structure. But I called two other ladies that are more voluptuous, and they're totally different looking. Now, when we say infatuation, there are men that are infatuated over all these three women. And all these three women look totally different. And that's where the selfishness comes in.
So what if you get
And I'm not going to
infatuated?
call Beyonce.
No, okay. When you get infatuated and you don't say it to her, okay, you keep it to yourself. Just see a girl, I liked her, so, oh God, yeah, I wish I can have her.
But you're forgetting that infatuation is also a process.
No, exactly.
It's not I see this person I like, and that's it. No, it's a process.
You're gonna move.
It's close to being an obsession
so it's
over something.
It's almost like an attraction, and in your mind you are thinking what will happen when you are with her.
Infatuation doesn't always mean it's sexual in nature, by the way.
You are attracted and you are thinking.
It's not always sexual in nature. So we need to identify
what
that.
are you going to be attracted on?
It actually is.
Exactly.
I
don't know what you're going to be attracted on.
No, what I'm saying is this. It doesn't, you could be, for instance now, in many relationships that eventually lead to an abuse of maybe physical of some sort, starts with infatuation. Your woman or your wife or your girlfriend goes out, you probably call once or twice, she doesn't pick maybe because she's busy. She comes home or she comes over to your place, you're yelling, you're screaming, you're like, oh, I called you twice, you didn't pick, you didn't return my calls. What have you been up to? Now, those are the things that we're talking about. But because you're infatuated, you're not thinking straight. You feel, because it's an obsession. But when it's love, it's totally different. You want to hear. We're not saying when you're in love or when you love
is a process, so you must start somewhere. Where are you starting from? Where are you going to start from?
You know what I'm thinking now?
So will you love at the first sight? You cannot. So get infatuated first.
Wow, now we're going back to. We're not going back to. Oh, jeez.
Which one comes first?
Okay, you know what happens now. You know what I'm thinking now. You see, whether you believe, there's something I was always told. Whether you believe in gravity or not, whether you believe in the gravitational pull of the earth or not, if you go to the edge of a cliff and you walk off, you will fall down.
Definitely.
Yeah. That means that he said something, there are some things that are universal. There's some things that are accepted universally.
Yeah.
Whether you believe in gravity or not, when you go up, when you jump up, you definitely come down. Now, while I was doing that, I wanted to get a dictionary meaning of infatuation. And here it clearly states, it says to inspire or possess with a foolish or unreasoning passion. As of love. I defined this the last time. He said as of love. That means that it's something that people can easily mistake. There are similarities with what you might think is love.
Love, exactly.
But it's something that is foolish or unreasoning. He said to affect with folly, make foolish or fatuous. Now, a number of synonyms for infatuation are beguiled, besotted, bewitched, captivated, carried away. And you see that carried away, charmed.
I like that one.
Charmed, crazy about,
crazy
about. You are most of the time when you say you are crazy about somebody, you are
away,
crazy.
my brother. Listen, the way girls dress these days, you must be carried away.
Exactly.
Listen, the problem is this. You know my kind of girls I like. For example, I like to build a girl. In my own kind of world, I go to a village, I see a beautiful girl. I say to myself, okay, this girl.
Go to a village.
If you
what village?
For example, go to any village. Listen. I remember back in the day. I mean, not back in the day. Just 6-7 months ago, when they shoot a movie in a village, saw some beautiful dark something, and I said to myself, oh God, poverty is not good. That's what I say in my mind. I say poverty is not good. I start imagining this girl in a city where you take her to a shopping, buying some clothes, give her good food, and make her hair. This girl will look like an angel. I don't like them when they're already made up themselves. I like to contribute into your being beautiful. You understand?
Would you have it the other way around? Would you like for a woman to contribute into
no. I want to contribute. If you ask me to go, would you girl and village girl, I'll go village girl.
Hold on. I just asked this. Would you like for it to be the other way around, for a woman to contribute into making you who you are?
But that is too late. I think that's too late.
How can that
You're already where
Yeah.
You're already where you want to be.
You're a lost cause.
A friend of mine
is a lost cause.
A friend of mine in PH, you understand, actually went to his village and saw some girl, man, and the girl was like 18 years old, and he brought the girl to PH, to that court, and my brother, 6 months later, when I saw that girl, I couldn't believe it. You know what the guy told me? He says, money. Taught the girl how to drive, put her back to school, buy her clothes, just like Pretty Woman. I don't know who acted that lady.
That was Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. Now they are married with 2 kids. You understand? They ask us, why can't you go for city girls? He said, my brother, I like them from the bush. He said, when I like them, he said, bushmeat is sweeter than city meat. I don't know. He was giving me some kind of
officially, Omar is a caveman.
No, I'm not a caveman.
There's no
everybody has his own
about
choice.
that.
But what I know, I must get infatuated first. If you cannot infatuate me, forget it. I will not get you.
Okay, if you're not acting crazy, like
I must be carried away. If your beauty cannot carry me out of my senses, first, I say, wow. Then I push, and it doesn't work, no problem. Or it works.
But I remember that a while back, Mike said something like, okay, you got attracted, and then, God forbid, something goes wrong. She loses the beauty, or maybe there was an accident of some sort. Would you stay? I remember he was evasive about that. Would you stay?
I think about, forget about him staying. One day you'll most probably be 70.
And you grow out of it. You don't want to look like this forever.
And your wife will be 68. If it was just that, all of you will be covered in wrinkles. All be covered in wrinkles.
What happens then?
If it was just the body, that was it, man. You're going to have a very terrible old life.
But love will come on along the line.
Because the only funny thing.
What you're saying? Okay, this is the theory of Omar.
You stay there with her.
You have your attraction.
Yes.
Then infatuation plays, and then when
it develops to love.
You develop
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You got me, man. That's what I'm talking about.
That's okay. That's what you think. That's what you're talking about.
And along the line, if you get accident, your foot got broken, and I cannot repair it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the point is, Omar, do you have a girlfriend now?
Oh,
do you have a girlfriend?
I've been searching, man.
Okay, now that's the point. But you've had girlfriends before.
Yeah, back in.
And so now we can confidently say that your process is not 100% right.
It's not working.
It's not fair. Yes, it's not working because I'm sure you've been in relationships before and then you were attracted and then you moved to infatuation and today is not love.
No.
Because if it was love, you'd have still been with them.
Yeah, case study.
No, but it's a case study now.
Marriage breaks, so why can't love breaks?
Wait. We want to follow what you just said.
We want to follow what you just said now.
No, but distance.
Distance. Can she come with you? Can she come with you?
Are we married?
Can she come with you?
Are we married?
But Omar,
so you want the ones that have been staying with you, are they were you married?
You're on the spot.
No, they never stayed with me.
Omar. So
you know what? Because you're trying to tell us that infatuation moves up to love. I'm trying to tell you that look, you've been infatuated all this while. Has anyone moved up to love? Has anyone gone up to love?
But you see, so far, once you don't understand, we are celebrities. Okay,
I'm a normal guy. If you see me
we are screen faces.
Holla your guy.
Wait a minute. We are screen faces. We are screen faces. Okay. Faces on the screen they see every day. Okay, now, most girls out there have a particular thinking about us. sometimes they can be wrong, you know. I can be a very good person, but just because, oh, I've seen him in a movie, he does it, does that, they have their own thinking. And maybe they just want to have fun and go. And why you want to be serious? So a lot of those kind of things happen. They also get infatuated more than we do even with the guys. You understand? I know the girls sometimes...
Okay, I get the point you're actually coming from now.
Situation
I
is
get
very
the point you're coming
complicated.
from now. I get the point you're coming from now. All right.
All right, so we have a call. Gina. Gina from
Gina,
Cotonou.
bonjour Gina, comment vous allez?
Hello.
Bonjour Gina.
Good evening to you lovely guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello, it's Gina. I'm calling from Cotonou.
Hey, tu parles français?
Go on, Gina. What do you have for us?
I don't hear French. I only speak English.
Okay, that's good.
Go ahead.
Oma,
Yeah.
I really want to talk to you.
Who, me?
If you get married, please.
Ah. If I get married, when?
Yes. Stop looking for a woman. The thing you're looking for, maybe, probably in your mind, you are not going to find it. Look for a woman and get married to.
Okay, madam, I hear.
You're just building, I don't know how to explain exactly what I want to tell you.
Well, we're having fun.
Women don't exist. The fact that you want don't exist, so much.
Yeah, but see, madam, the situation is this, yeah? You know, there are millions of people watching us. So somebody might be thinking like how I'm thinking, whether what I'm saying is for me or I'm talking for somebody who is thinking like me somewhere. So definitely don't blame me, yeah? I'm talking.
Oh my God. Gina, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, Gina.
Gina, you're just having so much fun there. I mean, listening to you laugh makes me happy. I like the way you laugh. So, do you have any other thing to say, Gina?
Gina's having fun.
Oh my gosh. Omar, so she went after you immediately.
Yeah, Omar just confused Gina the more. I'm sure that's why she was laughing because Omar, I don't understand what Omar means by 1 million people. One is thinking like me. Just confused Gina the more. So Gina was just thinking, okay, what am I going to do? You know, I'm sure Gina was just confused. He was like, this guy,
No, what I was trying to tell her is that what I'm saying may not be actually, that's how I think. Maybe I'm taking the place of somebody who might be thinking like
nobody
me.
knows you're taking the place, Omar. You are giving your view.
No, my view can be.
Anyways, that's all we can take for this particular segment. I mean, it's been very, very exciting. And, you know, the conversation continues. All you need to do is go on Twitter or Facebook and, you know, let's hear your views on what you think is love and what you think is infatuation. Anyways, it's still Men's Team Off and there's much more to come as we take you to Tech Savvy 101.
You can now watch R2TV online at royalrootstv.com and on your smartphones by downloading the R2TV app for Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile from the respective app stores. Apps for iOS devices coming soon. R2TV, entertainment at its best, entertainment everywhere.
All right, welcome back. It's still Men's Team Off, and this is where we get to talk gadgets. Gadgets are a very, very strong part of our lives now. Whether they are gadgets we use or gadgets we dream about. I know everybody would want to have a private jet if you could, and not just have it, you'd want to drive a private jet or fly the private jet. But then, you know, we can just still keep it in our mind and in our dreams and all of that, right? But today we're talking about the Mercedes-Benz F015. The shape of this car, Okay, I used to think that every car, once you see every car, you would definitely see it on a Nigerian road. But then, it's not every car you see on a Nigerian road. It's not every car because majority of luxury cars cannot ply on Nigerian roads.
Okay.
Well, my brother, have you been to Abuja?
Majority
have
I've
very
been there.
beautiful roads, man.
They do.
I've seen
They
a Bugatti
do.
in Abuja.
They do, of course. A
Lamborghini in
Bugatti
Abuja.
and all of that. Those
So
are
it's possible.
names. Those are names and all that. Yeah, you see those ones and all that. But then, this car I'm talking about.
It's futuristic. Isn't
Yeah, it's futuristic, definitely.
Trust me, you can find it
And then,
in 3
nah,
months.
nah, it's not. It's not. I would still. I'm sure you most probably will be seeing the pictures now very soon. The LED, the neon lights are something else. You know, down from the Mercedes logo, under at. It's a very low car, very low, and that's the reason why most probably, no matter how smooth the roads are in Abuja, I mean, one pothole could do serious damage to this car. It's very low. Almost as though you were scratching the ground.
I have not seen a pothole in Abuja.
It's very low. You've not seen a pothole in Abuja.
You've not been to Abuja.
And you've not been to Abuja.
No, I mean, maybe
I'm serious.
Some, I mean,
You can say maybe
the
the
suburb of Abuja. Maybe
Okay.
you can find that. But I mean, the middle city of Abuja, no. Depending on where you stay in Abuja.
Definitely, but then you're looking at cars that have facial recognition. Now we even have normal basic Android phones with facial recognition. That means that even before you put in, you have the screen lock, you have the pattern lock, then you have facial recognition. Then definitely you have cars now. But then this is one car that has a facial. I mean, the interior of the car is something else. It looks like how to put it now? It looks like a luxury yacht or something. Like
something
a
you
luxury
find
yacht.
on the sci-fi movie.
Yeah, and you know the main issue with these cars is that a lot of them are on autopilot.
Really?
Yeah,
So
that means that you just it's
Sit down.
GPS enabled.
Okay.
The GPS enabled, and then
Relax.
you just put in your directions where you want to go to.
Wow.
But now the problem is that you're looking at majority of cars also on the road. Now, if every other car was GPS enabled, that means that the cars would normally react to traffic lights. Every other car reacts the same way. But then, when you have few cars that are GPS enabled and then some other cars that are driver, or majority of the cars now still driver enabled, that is the major challenge GPS enabled cars are facing.
What does it use? Water? Or
When I mean GPS
what?
enabled, all cars, majority of cars have GPS.
Yeah.
But then when you look at autopilot
Autopilot
GPS enabled autopilot cars, that means that cars that can drive themselves and all of that. You wouldn't, the car would definitely see somebody coming out.
No,
maybe out of a
I'm sure there are
sharp bend or
sensors.
something.
Yeah.
There are sensors attached to all these vehicles that can identify things like that. Maybe fits away from eating the wall, a cat, a person.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but
Even
I mean,
there are a lot of vehicles
why are
right
you
now
saying
that actually
we
have
can have such a
sensors.
car in Nigeria? Why are you saying that?
Why am I saying?
That we can have such a car here?
Actually, you're looking at, like I said, even over there where the cars are being manufactured, you're not even using them there.
The German car?
This particular
Understand?
vehicle,
Is for what?
from what I know,
Understand?
is it's a statement vehicle. So it has little to do with you finding it everywhere. It's more like Mercedes-Benz saying, this is what we can do because we can do it.
And then the point is
Okay,
that,
the car is in the garage, not going out, that's all.
who said? Who said?
No, but somebody's driving it around.
I know the funny thing is that most of technology, before it gets to the civilians, military most of the time they've used the technology for a while. If you really go into research, most of what we've done now, when you look at holographic phones and all of that, it's technology that is even far back, outdated. And then we have not even seen it then. But then, hey, I hope you got to look at the Mercedes car. It's supposed to, they're looking at the date of 2030 for it to be out on the roads. But then, like I said, 2030 is already very close. And so it's something that some people have already been testing out, already been using. So that's the Mercedes-Benz F015 on Tech Savvy 101. That's how much we can take. When we get back, we will be taking extra time and signing out. All right? Okay. So just let me
Okay,
know.
well,
when I'm gonna
talk.
break.
You're telling me, what do you mean, 2030, this car will be in the market?
Oh, well, 2030 is when they're looking at putting
Bringing it
into
out
the
of the
market.
market, yeah.
Yes, 2030 is
So-
the original time that they're looking at. Okay, so you guys
you
now,
start
it was
building the
love
roads
versus
now.
infatuation, all right? So let's take your 30 seconds now. This is what happens now.
Yeah.
When it gets to 30 seconds, I will cut you.
Yeah, but then just tell us to start. And
I
yeah.
will cut you when it gets to 30 seconds because that's why
Okay,
extra
my
time.
point of view is this, yeah. Listen, honestly, I get confused of what you call attraction, infatuation, and love. To me, I'm talking to me. My own thinking is that definitely I should be attracted first. And if I'm infatuated, good. But along the process, if I fall in love also, I'll make sure I take care of you. That's what I think.
Okay, that was good. When I said I'll put him, the guy now kept to time. Okay, Olamide, let's go.
All right,
And again-
I'm just going to keep it simple.
All right.
Like I said the last time, love is simple, love is kind, love is gentle, love is caring, love is understanding. Infatuation is selfish, infatuation is thoughtless, and it's just a basic obsession of your human need. It's also filled with a lot of lust, and I mean, that's just the difference. And you need to identify which is which before you get yourself into a messed up relationship.
All right, good. I share the same thoughts with Olamide, very simple. People tend to mistake, it's all about definitions. People tend to mistake between love, infatuation, attraction, 20% love, 30%. I don't understand. Where the percentage come into love? It's a word, I mean, man. Like 20, you can say 20% alive, 10% alive. I don't get, man.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is
20%
what we
on the
have.
line and all of that. That's too much we can take on the show. It's been a great show. Thank you for being a part of it. Remember, the conversation continues on Twitter at R2_TV, Facebook, it's R2TV, Instagram, R2TV. Let's know what your take is. The conversation will still go on. It's been a great show. Thank you for being a part of it. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you on Friday.